All right, so welcome again to Military Guna TV. Thank you very much for joining me. And we're going to speak about a reggae boy, young reggae boy, Omari Hutchinson, who had recently made a move to Club FC Chelsea or Chelsea FC, the blue team, neighboring blue team. For me, it feels a little bit like betrayal. I feel a bit betrayed by him. Specifically the fact that he's a reggae boy and he plays for my beloved Arsenal. But I'm going to take away the sentimental aspect of it and I'm going to really look into this and ask the question, is this a good move for Omari Hutchinson? So I'm going to highlight some stuff that you guys didn't know, and I'm going to discuss some stuff that I do believe that you guys need to hear this. And most definitely, you guys will get to understand where I stand on if Omari Hutchinson should move to Chelsea or not, or if it is the right move. Yes, he already made a move. It's confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. And once Fabrizio Romano say it is so, if Fabrizio Romano came and said, here we go, military gooners in England doing some work, even if I'm in Jamaica, I'm like, what? I'll pack my bags because that means that I'm supposed to be in England doing something. But anyways, people, smash the like button, people, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to tell you some details about Omari Hutchinson, and most definitely, what does this move mean in particular for the player? How will this affect the player's progress? And, well, if it will affect his progress. So, as I said, people, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn the music down just a little bit. Now, let's go straight to the article first and foremost, to Fabrizio Romano. Here we go. As you know, once you hear that, you know what that means. Everyone knows what that means once you hear that. Chelsea have signed another talent for the future after Zach Surge deal. Chelsea will soon announce Omari Hutchinson as new signing. He's set to leave Arsenal. Talks collapse with AFC on new deal. Hutchinson will join Chelsea as the secret scouts reported. It's done. It is done. And you know when Fabrizio Romano said, as I said, people, if Fabrizio Romano said, it is done. Now, what does this mean for the player? In my perspective, I do know that Omari Hutchinson was supposed to go out and loan this particular season to play first team football in the championship. He was supposed to go on a loan this season to play first team football in the championship. Mikel Arteta stood that down. Why did he stood it down? The reason for that is Arsenal had made huge progress last season and advanced to the Europa League. And if many of you would remember, there's a catalogue of young players in the Arsenal team, in the first team to be specific, at this present moment, who got their first appearance in the Europa League, took their chance, and now are playing first team football, maybe a couple months later. Now, Omari Hutchinson is one of the brightest prospects in the Arsenal Academy. He is one of the top wingers in the Arsenal Academy. In the Premier League 2, the under-20s, he is one of the top wingers in the Premier League 2, alongside the likes of Kido Taylor and these guys. Now, last season, he was on the fringes of the first team. Yes, we understand injuries and all these things, but he was on the fringes of the first team, which must have meant that Mikel Arteta would have seen something in him to have him in and around the first team or on the bench for Premier League games. Because it could have been anyone else. He could have brought an extra midfielder, an extra striker. It could have been anyone else. But he chose him, which means that Mikel Arteta is seeing something unique in him so far. And we can see that Mikel Arteta is really good with developing young players. Now, Chelsea FC on a different instance. No, before I get to Chelsea FC, Mikel Arteta stood down the loan move for Omari Hutchinson so that he can get first team moments in the Europa League this season. He will get game time in the Europa League this season. So he would have gotten his opportunity to break into the first team via his performances in the Europa League. Now, Omari Hutchinson, I'm not sure what your agent or management team is thinking. I'm not really sure, but I am not speaking from a biased perspective or from an Arsenal fan perspective. I'm speaking from what I have seen happen over time and time again under Mikel Arteta. And the sole reason why he didn't went out on loan was for him to get game time in the Europa League, which should have definitely given him the opportunity to make that first team progression. Just like what Emil Smith-Rowe did, Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, all of these, Eddie Nketiah, all these young players, that is their route to first team football. That is how they make their presence known, by dominating in this competition and make it very much hard for the coach not to select you. That is a difficult route, but it's a route that you will see first team football for sure. Now, he didn't want, he obviously must have, well, I'm not sure if the contract, the payment or whatever is a problem, but game time was coming. Now, Omari Hutchinson have transferred to Chelsea FC. The difference with this is now, Chelsea FC is known for loaning out players. Chelsea FC is known for loaning out players. So if he wanted first team football and he opted to stay at Arsenal and move to Chelsea, for sure he will go out on loan. So going out on loan, strong possibility he will be on a championship team, which means that he will not be playing in Europe. That broad scale of experience, he will be not getting it at his age right now, which is what he wants and which is what he needs to be getting. No, he will most definitely go out on loan, because there's so much wingers at Chelsea Football Club who are ahead of him. Chelsea just bought Raheem Sterling, which means that one of two things: Omari Hutchinson will play either in the under 23s or will go out on loan. Chelsea are stacked with wingers. Really, really stacked with wingers. Chelsea does not use an out-and-out number 10 attacking midfielder. They don't use that. The players in the midfield, Kovacic, Mason Mount, Jorginho, Ross Barkley, all these guys will be in the central zone of the pitch. And I don't think Omari Hutchinson is ahead of those guys right now. He has a ceiling to maybe reach a level of Kai Havertz or one of these guys, but at this present moment, he's not at that level. So one of two things, as I said, on the 23s or go out on loan. Don't be surprised the moment he signs that contract, he signs another loan contract. So this year is a very surprising one to me. And I personally don't think it was the best decision for Omari Hutchinson. Even if Chelsea are playing Champions League, from the first round of Champions League, these are highly competitive games. What are the chances of Omari Hutchinson breaking into that first team, or not even first team, in the starting 11, not the starting 11, I should say, in the squad, match day squad, to even be on the bench for those Champions League games? Chelsea right now has more players playing first team football than most of the other teams. Chelsea has basically 3 teams when all of those players would have coming off the loan. So more than likely, Omari Hutchinson will be out on loan for further developing his career. Versus he would be at Arsenal playing Europa League football in Europe, getting vast experience, fighting for the opportunity to make first team football. Look at the Chelsea squad. Not many young players are, at his age bracket, are in the squad. No 19 or 18-year-old is not in the Chelsea squad. Getting that severe amount of opportunities, numerous amount of opportunities. Yes, they do have players at that age in and around the squad. But most players at that age would go out on loan and come back when they're 21, 22. Omari Hutchinson could play. He's about 18, 19 at this present moment. So I think he's 19. Yes, he's 19. The opportunities that lies for him, that awaits for him at Arsenal, I don't think he will really see that at Chelsea right now until when he comes back from loan or anything like that. Chelsea Football Club is a huge club, just like Arsenal, but first team football is limited because of the level that they are playing in regards to Champions League versus Europa League. Arsenal playing Europa League, it's a lower tier, which means that even in the group stages, many of the younger players get the opportunity to spread their wings and enjoy themselves and play some good football. You won't find that at Chelsea. You won't get that at Chelsea FC because they are playing Champions League. There's no chance. There's no room for error. There's none. There's none whatsoever. Even in the Premier League, there's none. So even though Omari Hutchinson might not get enough game time in the Premier League for Arsenal, most definitely, he does have the opportunity to fight for a spot because he will be seen in the club. Versus at Chelsea playing under 20s or under 23 or going out on loan where no one is going to necessarily see what he can do or what he can provide to the team. But anyways, people, these are my thoughts. I personally don't think it's a good move for him right now. I think that's actually the wrong move so early in his career because of what I just outlined. But definitely, let's see what the club that he'll be loaned to. Let's see how that one progress. If he's loaned out to a proper club who's playing Europa League or something like that, that would definitely be a good move for him. But as it stands right now, we will see how it sets up, people. Military Guna TV, people. MG Sports TV. I'll see you guys again. Until next time, we're out. Boom.
Emotional.